We got deck profile. What are you running?
Magician Odd Eyes mix up.
All right. Good.
All right. We got 3 Wisdom Eyes, pretty standard, you know. Basically, the engine of the deck completes it in general. If you don't have 3 Wisdom Eyes, you're not running Magicians, right? We got 2 Dragon Pits. Take Wisdom Eye, and you already have a Dragon Pit on board. Pop the Wisdom Eye to add Oath Dragon on the field. This is basically the only engine you want to do for your Pendulum Zones. If you don't, you're not running this deck right. You take Oath Dragon, and you just pitched Wisdom Eye to the extra deck by using his effect. You take it, add it back to your hand using his effect. Use Wisdom Eye to pitch to the graveyard to destroy. Use Back Row, basically obliterates it. Then we got 3 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragons, you know, pretty standard. Then we got 1 Performal Skullcabat Joker. Sad that they got hit, you know, is a really good card. Yeah. Especially when you had 3, you could add anybody you want to your hand. We got 3 Magic Spectre Kirans. Kiran uses his effect to pop another card on the field, return it to the hand, to return any other card on the hand. Then we got a separate engine over here. We'll get to that whenever we reach the extra deck. We got 2 Dragon Pulse, Recover, and Glow Bulb. We'll get to that here in a second.
These are tuners, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We run 1 tech card, Earthbound Immortal Uru. It's a really good card effect.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I've never seen someone run Earthbounds with anything other than Earthbounds. And why'd you choose that?
I take Uru. His effect's really good. It only works if you can dead draw him really bad. Because if you don't have a field spell, he's basically a really bad dead draw. But he's sitting at 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense.
And he attacks directly.
Yes, you can go over any monster you want.
Yeah.
And you can tribute another card, especially since it goes with pendulums. You can pendulum summon, then normal summon over.
Yeah.
You got an extra card, you can destroy it and destroy 1 card your opponent controls and then attack directly.
Yeah.
Now we'll get
How
into
many
the
monsters
spells.
was it?
We had 19 monsters in that.
Okay.
And I'm running 13 spells.
Okay.
We'll get into that. I run 1 Book of Moon, you know.
Yeah, you got to. It's 1 of.
If, let's say, I dead draw, got a bad hand,
yeah.
set Book of Moon, and then they normal summon a monster and its
Yeah.
effect's about to activate. Pretty standard. 1 Run Mass Change. I decided to run Mass Change because there's a lot like Acid, but I don't run any monsters or water monsters, but
Yeah.
I got a couple monsters. We'll get to that whenever I reach the extra deck.
Yeah.
I run 2 Sky Irises, and I chose to run 2 just because it's not that important for the engine, but it just makes it work out.
Yeah.
I got 1 Terraforming just to complete that, just get it through. I got 2 Wavering Eyes.
Yeah.
2 Wavering Eyes,
Okay.
Surge, Pop, Destroy, and plus if you're going Mirror Match or something, banish card and add another one to your hand. It's pretty overpowered.
Yeah.
3 Pendulum Calls. If
Yeah.
you don't run 3, you're not running this deck at all.
And
You shouldn't even be running this
the
deck. if you
pendulum
run
call
3.
is the ditch to add 2, right?
Yeah, you ditch 1 card, doesn't have to be pendulum specificated, and you take those 3 and basically completes the deck in general.
I got you.
And I run 3 Night Beams just in case.
And you chose this over Twin Sister. Why?
Night Beam, its effect is pretty overpowered because especially if you're going against like Wujings or something and they set the traps and you can't, and they activate it in response, it's just terrible. You got, it says target 1 set spell or trap card your opponent controls. They can't chain it in response.
Yeah.
And we'll get into the traps.
And that was how many spells?
That was 13 spells.
All right.
Got 1 Time Space Trap Hole. I actually just unboxed this.
Yeah.
Thought about throwing it in there. I'm going to try it out after this video. I run 1 Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare. Special summon on the field to negate the summon.
Yeah.
As soon as they activate their effect. 1 Fiendish Chain. Or 2 Fiendish Chains. 2 Fiendish Chains just for like their normal summons. Go against Star Seraphs. Stop their effects early. 1 Torrential Tribute. Let's say I got a field that wasn't set up very well, only got 1. They normal summon, just pop the field. Solemn Warning, very basic.
Yeah.
Bottomless Trap Hole. And I just recently pulled this, Grand Horn of the Heaven. It's a very overpowered card. They special summon something in the main phase. They get to draw 1 in response to that, but it ends the main phase. They'd have to go forced into battle phase or something.
Yeah. All right.
Now we'll get into the extra deck. I run 1 Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. I decided to run 1 just because he's not that necessary for the deck, even though he works perfectly for it.
Yeah.
There's so many other cards you can combo with. Got Mecha Phantom Beast, Draco Sack.
Yeah.
Very good card.
Of course.
I love running this card. I got 1 Starlight. If I have 2 Wisdom Eyes on the field, I can topple over with these 2 and turn one of his monsters to 0 and pummel over. Basically, it's a tech card for game. Photon Strike Bouncer. It's 2 level 6 monsters. If they activate their effects, I get a negate, plus they take 1,000.
Yeah, you make those with Chirons.
Oh, yeah. Or also you could take Oath Dragon.
Yeah, yeah.
Get Diamond Dire, just in case.
Yeah,
It's
that's normal. Staples.
staple. Gaga,
Yeah.
low attack, low health. Perform as Trapeze Magician, just
Yes,
because.
OTKs. Yeah.
101 on our arc, very standard. Heartland Draco, not a lot of people run this, but it's perfect for pendulums.
Yeah.
It's or face-up spells. You control 2 of them almost all the time. Castiel, very simple. 1 Odd Eyes Meteor Burst, very, very simple. Starlight or Stardust Dragon. Not a lot of people run this in it, but it goes perfectly with it, especially for Dragon Synchro combos.
Yeah.
Then I'll get into this now. I got 1 Naturia Beast,
Mhm.
and this was the engine that I was talking about earlier. With 2 Dragon Pulse, I can search out with Pendulum Call, very simple.
Yeah.
And Glow Bulb I draw into, or Recover I draw
Yeah.
into. It's
Mhm.
not very necessary for the deck,
Mhm.
but it's very interesting to have it in there if you get it off.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially against a mirror match.
Mhm.
Now, I run 1 Masked Hero Darklaw, 1 Koga, and 1 Divine Wrath.
Yeah.
Just because I run 1 Mass Change, let's see. Divine Wrath, if I just use Kieran's effect and pop it to another card, I can get Divine Wrath on the field. Very
Yeah,
simple.
Yeah.
And then Darklaw gets out easy for after I used her effect and it's done for,
Mhm.
I can use Mass Change 2 to go over that.
Yeah.
And then Koga for all the lights, because mostly they're all light monsters.
Yeah. And do you have a side deck for this?
Yes. I'll get into that here in a second. I run, in my side deck, 1 Earthbound Whirlwind, just
Yeah.
because my Earthbound monster
Yeah.
it destroys all spell or traps they control. So, basically ruins their back row, ruins their pendulums against mirror matches. Then I run Instant Fusion, Elder Entity Northern, and Panzer Dragon, just
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
it's very simple, very simple. We got Forbidden Dress,
Yeah.
just because
Mhm.
stop effect.
Staples.
Timebreaker, if I need to banish, I can search them out with Pendulum Call.
Yeah.
And I need to banish something, like let's say it can't be destroyed by card effects or something, and I
Mhm.
can't get over it.
Yeah.
Banish it instead. Tuning Magician to get my Synchro plays.
Yeah.
Another Traffic Trap Hole. 3 Effect Veilers,
Yeah.
because the effects of monsters nowadays are
Simple.
getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
Max C. I only have 1 Max C currently, but
Yeah.
I need to get 3,
Yeah.
and that's going to be finishing up my deck profile.
That's awesome, man. What do you think about your deck? It's pretty consistent.
I mean, I would say it's pretty consistent.
All right, man.
It goes very well against Monarchs. Monarchs, I can shut them down, with, especially with Naturia Beast.
Yeah.
3 Effect Veilers in my side deck. It works out.
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you.